Thank you for that nice introduction. It's an honor to be here tonight, and I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. You know, as she said, I graduated in 2008. In the 7 years since, it's just flown by. The time goes so fast. I just urge you guys to try to enjoy every moment for the underclassmen. Continue to try to make memories and soak everything in. For those graduating, take time to reflect on your memories during this time, and just get excited about the ones that you're going to make moving forward. Because these next years in college are going to be the best of your life. First, just some background for me, just so you understand. It'll make the rest of my speech make more sense. I'm a graduate assistant coach, as she said, at Maryland, and coaching basketball is what I want to do with my life. I want to touch lives. I want to help kids to reach their potential. So what I'm going to talk tonight about, I'm going to offer you guys some advice based on my experiences as a player and as a student at the University of Maryland. I'm not going to stand up here and act like I got all the answers. I don't. I'm young. I'm only 24. What I do have knowledge on is how to accomplish things, how to accomplish things out of life, get what you want out of life. Let me give you a quick story so that you understand what I'm talking about. So I actually went to Greensboro College for a year, which is a D3 school, before I went to Maryland and earned that scholarship. And I'm going to talk more about that later in the speech. But I made the decision at Greensboro to transfer, and I was choosing between Virginia Tech or Maryland. Okay, and the deadline to apply for these schools was December. I was in the middle of basketball season. I didn't know I wanted to transfer yet. Okay, I didn't decide till May that I wanted to transfer to these schools. I could have, mailed that application in, and hoped for the best. But I wasn't raised that way. My dad wouldn't let me do that. I put on a shirt and tie. I drove 4 hours to Virginia Tech, and I walked into the department that I was applying for. I met with the director for half an hour, and I handed my application in. It was at Virginia Tech. Got my acceptance letter mailed to me a week later. I went to Maryland admissions 3 separate times to talk to people. Got accepted there. Okay, so I have knowledge on how to get what you want. Okay, what I'm going to talk about tonight are certain principles that I started to live by, in my time at school and as a coach. Okay, the first question you got to ask yourself is how to separate yourself. Now, all of you have done that. Just to be in this room is a tremendous accomplishment. I know your families are proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. How do you continue to do this? Okay, how to do the principles that I'm going to speak about is how to continue to better yourself, how you guys are going to continue to stand out moving forward in your life. Okay, so the first principle I'm going to talk about is developing daily disciplines, which you guys probably think of as habits. Okay, they're a little bit different. All right, what these disciplines are, they're simple, productive actions that compounded over time can lead to great achievements. All right, so let me give you an example so you understand it better. Okay. Think about reading, okay? Some of you might like to read, some of you might not like to read. Maybe there's a topic that you want to learn more about, okay? Let's say we read 10 pages a day, 5 days a week, okay? We're doing this for a year. We read 10 pages a day, 5 days a week, and we take 10 days out for holidays. So now 250 days out of those 365, you read 10 pages. Now we've read 2,500 pages, okay? The books are between 200 and 300 pages. You just read 10 books that year on something that you want to learn more about. Think about that, how much knowledge you're gaining in 10 books. And what's 10 pages? That might take you 15, 20 minutes to read. That's simple. That's it. It's 9:30. You want to go to bed at 10, maybe you watch one less television show. And all of a sudden you've read 10 books in a year. The other things that you can do, for you seniors that have driver's licenses, okay? You're driving to school, maybe instead of playing rap music, you put on an inspirational audio. 5 minutes, 10 minutes to school, 10 minutes back. You do that every day, it's a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge that you're gaining, okay? Just little things, having the same morning routine every day, same bedtime routine, just to maximize performance, to be efficient in what you're doing. As you'll see as I go forward, all these principles, they build off of each other, okay? So, the second one I'm going to talk about, commit to being a lifelong learner. What do I mean by that? Learn something new every day, get better every day. John Wooden, he's a basketball coach at UCLA, still holds the record, 10 national championships. Yeah, nobody's going to touch that. Best coach ever, I think, in my book, my opinion. Okay, he talked about making every day your masterpiece. You only get so many days. Cherish them. make the most of them. Learn something new. Improve yourself. Don't waste any time. In these daily disciplines I just talked about, that's how you improve yourself every day. If I read 10 pages, 5 days a week, I'm going to get better. I'm going to learn something. All right? I was told by a mentor of mine, he said, never say no to a basketball opportunity. And this was a couple of years ago. He knew I wanted to coach. He said, never say no to a basketball opportunity. That applies to anything. If you want to be a lawyer, don't say no to a lawyer opportunity. Okay? I'll give you an example. My friends say to me, let's go to the beach this weekend. There's a coaching clinic that same weekend. What am I going to do? What am I going to choose? Am I going to go to the coaching clinic and get better, or am I going to go to the beach? Well, I'm going to go to the coaching clinic. I'm going to try to improve myself. The other GAs around the country, they're going to go to the beach. Now, that's how I'm going to separate myself from others. That's how you continue to improve. So don't say no to opportunities. All right. Third principle, okay? Competing in life, okay? I'm not just talking about sports, okay? Anything that you do, learn to compete. When I wake up in the morning, I say, John, you got to compete today, okay? Anything. If I see the girl of my dreams, she's perfect for me, and somebody else is trying to take her, am I not going to compete? I'm going to try to get the girl of my dreams, right? Okay? Let's say this is going to apply more to those going off to college. You got class at 8 a.m. and you got the full day after that, but you got your daily disciplines that you want to do. You want to read. You want to listen to some inspirational audio. Okay? So you set your alarm for 5 a.m. It's not easy to get up at 5 a.m. Easy to hit the snooze button, but if you compete, you're going to get up and you're going to get all that stuff done that you wanted to do before you go to class. All right? Okay, so what do we got? We got our daily disciplines, right? We're going to commit to being a lifelong learner. We're going to compete. What are we doing all of this for? What are you doing it for? What's it going towards? Well, you got to find your passion in life. Okay? Got to find your passion. Okay? Some of you may already have an idea of what your passion is. I was lucky. I knew I wanted to coach when I was 10 years old. Okay? I knew that was my passion. And it's okay if you don't know your passion. That's fine. But don't accept not ever finding it. Find your passion. That's what's going to give you fulfillment, all right? Now, I got some advice on how to find that passion if you don't know it. Okay? Let's say you're interested in medicine, or maybe you want to be a surgeon. Go volunteer at a hospital. See if it's actually your passion. Go sit in on surgery. See if that's something you want to do. Maybe you go take a class on a topic that you're interested in. Learn more about it. See if that's your passion. Go to seminars. YouTube. Think about how many videos are on YouTube that you can learn from. You can figure out what your passion is. Okay? And trust me when I tell you, you will know when you find your passion. It's going to hit home. You'll feel it. I get goosebumps. I got goosebumps right now talking about my passions. Okay? I love coaching. I love teaching. Okay? It's going to energize you every day. Every day. Okay? There's times I'm in the office till 2:30, 3 o'clock. I got to be on the court at 6 a.m. the next day for workouts. And I got to have I'm running those workouts, so I better have the most energy in the gym. I'm not getting any sleep. How am I going to do that? Well, it's my passion. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to. It's going to energize you. You're going to wake up fired up. You're going to wake up excited. Let me give you another example of how you might feel and know when you found your passion, all right? So, here's a story. Okay, so I played in Maryland. Kid Jake Lehman. He was a junior this year, right? Going into his senior year. I played with him his freshman and sophomore year, and I coached him this past year. Okay. I have a special bond with Jake. Me and him are really close. He's a big-time recruit, out of Boston. Up and down freshman and sophomore year. Coaching staff was a little disappointed in him, expected more out of him. He didn't have great years. I started working right away after my senior year ended. The end of his sophomore year, working with him that spring. I love all the players. I work with everybody, but I had a special bond with him. So we worked all spring, all summer, all fall. Okay, and he starts off his junior year just on a tear. I mean, he was unbelievable. His first 15 games. Okay, and we were going into the Big Ten. Okay, so in our first game in the Big Ten conference play was at Michigan State. So for all of you, Michigan State ended up going to the Final Four this year. It's one of the toughest arenas to play in. Okay, Jake's probably averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds a game going into this. Goes 2 for 9, 4 points, 3 rebounds, gets in foul trouble. Played awful. We ended up winning in double overtime by 2. Probably didn't deserve to win. A couple of big plays by one of our senior leaders and a freshman. point guard. But we didn't get it. We didn't feel good about our win. We knew we had to play him in 2 weeks. So I get on the plane. I go back to talk to Jake, because I knew he was hurting, because he really wanted to play well in the first Big Ten game. I go back to him and I said, Jake, don't worry about this game. All right, we're going to play him again in 2 weeks. We got a couple of games before that. Lock in on that. I got you. You're going to be fine. Okay, so I immediately went. I got the film. I cut up all the clips of where I thought he could do better, how he could get to his spots better, how he could be more efficient. Okay, 2 days before the game, I show him these clips, walk him through them, and I tell him, tomorrow morning we're going to work out on this stuff where you could have done better. We're going to work on getting shots from where there's holes in the defense, and where I think your spots are going to be tomorrow. Game comes, unbelievable. 23 points, 12 rebounds, best game he's played in his career. Okay? Game end, he just dominated from start to finish. Other people stepped up. We ended up winning by 16. Just dominated him. He set the tone right from the jump. Every shot he took was from those spots. Okay, and if you're not familiar, at the end of games, you line up and you shake hands with the other team. Well, I go to the end of the line, and the players are at the front. So I'm walking the end of the line. I'm coming around the chairs to get to the end of the line. He comes in a straight line to me. I go to give him a high five. He grabs me, hugs me, says, I love you, thank you so much. I almost started crying right there. That's how I know that's my passion. The way that made me feel. That solidified that I know I'm doing the right thing. So, I urge you guys to try to find your passion, find something you love, and go for it. It's going to make you'll get fulfillment out of life. It'll be unbelievable, okay? So you find your passion, right? Now what do? How do you reach the pinnacle, get to the top of what you're trying to do? You got to set goals. Now, everybody knows what goals are, but I'm talking about it a little bit differently. You can't just write down a goal and sit there and wish it's going to happen. It doesn't work like that, okay? And so you got to set small goals that build up. Call them action. It's an action plan. Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm starting to write a book on skill development. Writing a book's a big thing. That's a big task. If I look at it as a whole thing, there's no way I'm going to finish that book. Impossible. But if I break it down chapter by chapter by chapter and set deadlines and dates, I'm going to get it done. And it breaks it up and makes it conceivable that I can do it. Makes it a feasible task. Okay, so in a goal, what these goals are going to do, okay, let's say your passion, your dream, it's at point B. Okay, you're at point A. It's a roadmap to get you to point B, to get you to where you want to go. You take building block steps to get there, all right? Okay, so you got your goals, you got your passion, you got all that. I'm almost done. I know I'm talking a lot. Like I said before, I don't have all the answers, okay? So if I try to go after these goals by myself, I won't accomplish them. Impossible. I don't know enough. There's no way. If I want to become the best coach ever, I can't do it alone. You've got to have mentors in life, okay? People that touch you, and I'm sure you guys have them. Your parents, your teachers, somebody that you admire. These people have a wealth of knowledge that's there for you. You got to tap into that knowledge. Utilize these people. Build these relationships. Jim Rohn said you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are your top 5? Are they the right top 5? Are they people that are going to help push you to be better, help make you a better person? And if not, then maybe, I'm not saying you cut people out of your life, or maybe you lessen the amount of time. But last thing I'm going to leave you with, never limit yourself. Okay? Don't allow anybody else to limit you. What do I mean? Okay? Like I told you, I played at University of Maryland and had a scholarship there my last 3 years. When I was playing high school basketball, I was told I'd never earn a scholarship to play in college by multiple people. So you'll never play in college. You won't. Somebody said, you should go play football. Got a better chance to earn a scholarship there. I said, no, I'm going to play basketball. So I went to prep school, okay? Then I got offered a couple of Division II scholarship offers. Didn't feel right. If I had taken them, I would have already proven everybody wrong. I didn't take them. I ended up going to a D3 school that I felt more comfortable going there. And I had some good moments. I enjoyed it, but I wanted more. I knew both my parents went to Maryland. I wanted to play at Maryland. So I decided to transfer. And I told you all the story. I drove down there, drove up to Maryland and down to Virginia Tech to get in. Okay, so then I'm trying to figure out how to work my way in to get on this team. My AAU coach calls me up, which is like a summer league, calls me up. He said, John, in 2 hours there's pickup at Maryland. I got you in, go. Show up, don't get picked up, don't play a single game. Full time I'm there, drive home. For 2 weeks, I drove up there, didn't play 2 hours through the traffic. You guys know 495, terrible, because they played at 5 p.m. So I'm leaving at 2:30 to get there by 4:30, okay? At one point, there was a, won't use his name, he was a junior then. Some kid tells him, hey, pick this kid up, he hasn't played yet. He said, nah man, I want to win. I'm not picking him up. Finally got picked up, I played well, ended up making the team. New coaching staff came in the year after that. Was on scholarship my last 3 years. Now I'm a graduate assistant there. So what I'm trying to tell you is you control your success. You control your happiness. Don't let anybody else control it. Don't listen to naysayers or people that doubt you. Dream as big as you can, okay? Expect greatness of yourself. I think all of you have gifts. I believe all of you are destined to do great things, okay? So expect it of yourself and you control it, all right? That's all I got. Thank you so much. To seeing what you guys do, all right? Good luck with everything, seniors especially. Enjoy college. It's going to be a blast, all right? Enjoy it.
Again, thank you, John, for those words. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and experiences. We certainly hope that our students do find their passion, that they separate themselves and really do maximize their potential. So thank you so much, John. We're now going to get started with handing out our certificates. So I've asked